once again.
Good afternoon.
We've been seated for too long, and I'm requesting you to stand and just make a yawn, a one big yawn, saying, yeah! Have a seat. Okay. I'm welcoming you into the afternoon session. For quite some time now, we've been talking about quality issues, and I just want to see whether we understood what these quality issues involve and what exactly does it revolve around. And
Sorry.
it's okay. Yes. So basically, we are talking about quality issues, and quality issues, like we talked before, it involves three things. One of them is what, Sammy? Sam? One of the quality issues?
Administrative.
Administrative, yes. Anyone else to read for us? Yes. Clinical. And the last one? Someone from this table? Fiscal. So, I'm going to read something here, a statement. And every time you hear the word, administrative, you put a pink card. Is that okay? You lift a pink card. Just lift a pink card like this. If you agree with that statement, if you agree that statement is administrative, or the answer is administrative for that particular answer, you lift administrative. You lift a pink card on top is the administrative. And every time you hear the word clinical or any statement that describes clinical, you lift a yellow card on top like this. Oh yes, like like that. And finally, anytime you hear the statement that describes fiscal, you do what? Green card. Yeah. So let's do this. Are we ready?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is fiscal?
Fiscal. Good question. Anyone who thinks he really knows or he wants to make an attempt, what's the word fiscal? Yes?
Anything that has to do with money.
Thank you. Anything that has to do with money. Are we familiar with the rest of the words? Clinical? Okay, thank you so much. Now, are we ready? If you're ready, say yeah! Are you ready?
Yeah!
Are you ready?
Yeah!
I'm going to read this and let me see that raise of hand. A new patient arrives at your office. The receptionist, who is checking on her Facebook page on the computer screen, asks the patient to take the seat and in the waiting area. Okay, so that is administrative. What do you think is administrative? What makes it administrative? Yes? Anyone that wants to make an attempt? What do you think is what makes it administrative? Thank you, the receptionist. The other one, the patient waits 15 minutes to be called to the reception counter and then is handed a biodata and a registration form to complete. Yeah, let's see this. I can. Okay. I can see two different colors. We have yellow. What does yellow stand for? Clinical. And pink? Administrative. So, why administrative? Joyce, you want to make an attempt?
No, I heard you say that yellow, it's clinical. Is it clinical or physical?
Yellow. What did you say yellow is? Clinical. And green? Physical. And pink? Administrative. So some of you may say administrative and the other one say clinical. So anyone who may say administrative, let me see. Administrative again, your cards up. Administrative, your cards up. Yeah, all of a sudden everyone is administrative. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. The other thing is the patient waits another. Okay, 1 class. Oh, yours is different. You said clinical. I didn't see you. Sorry, I'm sorry for that. Why do you call it clinical?
Because every clinical document that is used to refer to a patient has a biodata.
So the patient waits 15 minutes to be called to the reception counter, and then is handed a biodata and a registration form to complete. You sure?
No, I disagree.
Yes? Okay. Can we put that at the parking lot so that you can come back on it after you finish the assignment? Thank you so much. The patient waits another half an hour before being called into an examination room. So what's that? Okay. Okay, Joyce. Okay. Everyone has, administrative, thank you. Another quarter hour passes before the doctor enters the examination room. The doctor is clearly behind the schedule and says that he has an emergency waiting his attention at the hospital. Whoa. Yeah, we need to discuss this. Huh? So you're calling it administrative?
Yes.
What makes it administrative?
The doctor has actually late and informing people that he's not available.
Are we in agreement? And those who have the opinion that the administrative say aye.
Aye.
And the others say nay.
Nay.
The nays have it. Okay, we'll come on the clarification bit. Huh? Why do you call it a clinical? Yes?
Clinical because it's dealing with medical emergency.
Someone else? Are we in agreement?
The decision to treat or not treat the clinical decision made by a clinician.
Okay. Yeah. They go to time.
I got the decision on which case to be attended before which, and the priorities of this.
Remember here we're just gauging the statement. We are not looking deep into what the sentence means. We want to understand, is it that particular statement, is it administrative or is it okay. The other statement is, he makes a note in the patient medical record and completes the patient charge form. He makes a note in the patient medical record and completes the patient charge form. So is that clinical, is that administrative, is that physical, what is it? Okay, I can see 2 cards here. Also you have 2 cards. Okay.
More than one right answer.
There can be more than one right answer. Okay. I want someone who has not mentioned anything. Yes, Austin. What's your yes. What's your answer? What do you think the answer is? Please assist you. You know where we are? Yes, you mentioned you picked 2 cards up.
Yes. The part of making notes on the patient's medical record is something.
Yes.
The part of completing the patient's charge form is physical.
Okay. Thank you so much. He has it right. The last statement is, he forgets to note on the charge form that he has sent orders in the laboratory for thyroid function studies. Thyroid function studies. He forgets to note the charge form that he has sent orders to the laboratory for thyroid function studies. Thyroid function studies. So what's the answer? Yes, Mercy? I can see you have 2.
That physical and clinical because there's the lab that is involved.
Yes.
And then there's the charge.
There's the lab that is involved and there's the charge. Who is of the same opinion? The rest. What do the rest have? Yes? You also have 2. Okay. Okay. Let's discuss this. He forgets to note on the charge form that he has sent orders to the laboratory thyroid function studies. Charge. Yeah.
To me, I think it's physical because you are saying you forgot. It's maybe you don't charge for that service. So the only thing is we get that for
So the main,
start maybe the fingers.
the underlying meaning here is he forgot to charge. So in that case, it makes it up. Are we still holding 2 cards? Let me see. With that meaning, do we still hold 2 cards? Or physical? Huh? Okay, thank you so much. So from all this, do we appreciate the role of quality issues in our clinical services provision here and there?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Do you think it's important in our service provision?
Yes.
What are you taking home? Some standards, huh? Thank you so much. We'll review the rest of the work there when you...
Involved all of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, Sammy?
It was very jovial,
Uh-huh.
and I think I liked him because of that,
Uh-huh.
among other things, of course.
Yes.
A good use of space.
Uh-huh.
Was very mobile.
Check for comprehension.
I'm sorry, Walter?
He controls the participants very well.
Yes, Sam?
Check for comprehension.
Uh-huh.
He appeared in charge. At some point when people are going to say, can we pack that? Really, so,
Joel was good, very good. He kept the whole session very, very.
Uh-huh.
And also he took advantage of his natural smile.
Dennis?
I left this clarity coming out there. I was able to learn something big in a short span.
Uh-huh.
Clarity was
Anything else?
Good voice projection
Mm-hmm.
and eye contact.
Having everybody stand up, do a big yawn. Say, yeah. Okay, now there was a clear instance of feeling motivational tool, right? Recognizing how people are thinking. I loved using the different colored cards. I thought that was great. Checking for comprehension. Are you ready? Say yeah. Ask for the rationale. Great sense of humor. Very creative, energetic. And I thought that he handled the incorrect or confused answers very well. Because that's not an easy thing to do. Recommendations. Yes, Austin.
When he started, we didn't know what he was doing. He was just distributing cards. Then he distributed the paper. Yeah, before saying anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I think it is good that he says what he's doing, tells people what he's doing.
Yeah. Dennis?
on the issue of cards. I was a bit lost the first time because of the colors.
Uh-huh.
The colors and what was on them. I think you should have at least explained once more. Check this now that how many for yellow or this, at least you know what to talk about.
So
So I took time to get that.
yeah, so if before getting into it, he'd said, okay, so if here, you hear something administrative, show me what garbage. That way. Sam?
There's some good questions that he skipped. I don't know whether it was by design or by probably time was not on his side.
No.
Yeah, but we realized that.
Yeah, I thought there were more.
So the topic, what we are trying to understand is quality issues.
Uh-huh.
But what came out of this is that we are trying to differentiate between administrative, clinical, and fiscal. What these are. But it was important we try to relate because we are trying to understand quality issues in practice. Yes.
For him to be able to take the learning to and take a place, we ought not to have used closed-ended questions like, have you understood? The obvious answer would have been yes or no. Perhaps we would have used like, what have you understood? What is your take home, for example? I think using that open-ended questions would have given more insights in terms of the level, knowledge retention, and whether learning has taken place.
Yeah, Joyce?
Maybe the other thing I noted, when one of the participants asks you a question, at least make sure you respond. There's somebody who asked a question there, then he told I don't know who you told that, explain that to. Just explain it to him, and then he started moving. At some point, it may not be polite, because the participant may feel like I'm not a part of the class. If I'm asking him, he's referring me to another person, then what is he doing?
Yes.
I thought the idea of this making distribution of whatever materials you need before you start is a way of saving time.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And I strongly recommend it, as opposed to doing it as you.
I thought of doing that, and I found cards were all over. So I recollected them and I had to distribute, because if I'm in the middle of the assignment, then I ask you take your, you will need to have, because
Right.
movement from one table to another will
Change it. Other recommendations? Okay. The only recommendation I would make, if this were a standalone, would be make sure you define what each of those quality issues are, so it's very clear. Now, this is a checking for comprehension activity because there would have been a huge amount of work done prior, coming up with administrative quality, administrative, fiscal, and clinical policies and procedures in the previous day. So I owe an apology both to Sam and to Joel, because pulling these things out so that we could have an example and experience of certain kinds of activities didn't do you a great service, because there was things before it that would have made it go so much more smoothly. So I am sorry about that. Any other comments? Okay, give Joel a hand.